Hi guys, in this video we're going to be painting this ladybug. So have your canvas out and ready. Scoop a little bit of your paint onto your plate so you have all your colors out and ready. You don't need to do all of it, just a little of each. You can always get more. Have a towel ready. You're going to need an assortment of brush sizes. Probably, maybe not that great big one, but you know, medium, maybe a smaller one, and then a narrow, like long skinny one to do detail lines. And you're going to need a little cup of water to clean out your brushes. So let's get started. I'm just going to do the background first, everything around the sketch on the outside. I'm going to make a light blue. So I'm just taking my hoodie off. Keep paint off my sleeves. So I'm just gonna mix a little bit of blue, doesn't take much, into quite a bit of white. And I'm gonna paint, this is gonna be a little darker than we usually do it. I usually go for a very, very light blue, but this one's gonna be quite a bit darker than my norm. Change it up a little. So I'm just gonna come in and paint everything around the outside of the pencil lines. Could be using a bigger brush probably. It'll just go faster. I'll make sure you're just getting all the little globs of paint smoothed out nice and even. You don't want thick, globby paint in any areas. Okay, so once you get your background all filled in, go ahead and clean out your brush. We're going to paint the leaf. No, let's paint the flower first. And we're going to paint that a nice bright pink. So for bright pink, I'm going to take quite a bit of white over here by my red. And then take a nice big scoop of red and stir it in. So it's nice and bright pink. So I'm going to paint the petals. And you could do a different color. You can do any color you want. On your plate, you have, oh man, mine's oozing. You have red, yellow, and blue. These are the primary colors. These three colors, you can make any color. So red and yellow together would make orange. Blue and yellow makes green. And then you can add white to any of your colors. to like change how dark or light it is. So you have lots of options. I'm just gonna do pink because I like pink. Pretty pink flowers. Okay, I'm also gonna take this pink and do this little spot inside of the ladybug. Just this little area that's between the shell. I guess it's called a shell. The ladybug wings, rather, maybe. And again, if you want a lot of, like, the norm in this little spot would probably be black. But I'm going with pink just to change it up a little. So if you wanted to do it black, go ahead and do it black. Before I clean out my brush, I'm going to paint the center of the flower, and that's just going to be a little bit more red stirred in with my pink, just so it's even brighter pink. I'm just gonna get that little circle inside painted. And again, whatever color you want. You could do yellow or orange, purple. It's whatever you're feeling. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the leaf. And I'm gonna mix up a nice green. And blue and yellow make green. Oops, I got pink paint all over my hand. Man, I need more paper towels. Okay, so for green, I want kind of a nice bright green. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of blue and mix it with a lot of yellow. I'm gonna add a nice big scoop of white. So I can use this white over here that has the blue in it because there's blue in my green. So that's not gonna hurt the color at all. So that looks nice to me. If you want it a little bit darker, a little bit more blue in there. If you want it a little limier, a little bit more yellow. But I like that. That works for me. You're just gonna fill in the whole leaf. You do wanna make sure you get lots of white in there. That just helps the paint not be transparent, and it'll help, you know, with the appearance of brush strokes. Also, a bigger brush is probably better because again, it will cut down on your brush marks because the less amount of strokes you have to make, the less brush marks you're gonna have. On my paint, I had quite a bit on my brush, so it's quite globby right now. I'm just working on getting it all spread out. Okay, I've got my leaf all filled in. Next I can start working on my ladybug, and I'm gonna do the majority of the body, this, like these wings area. And I'm just gonna do that red. So I'll clean out my brush. A little red paint, just plain red. And just go ahead and get this all filled in. I'm not gonna do the head, that'll be black. And you might wanna do a second coat once you get the first coat on. The red does tend to be a little bit streaky. So when it's dry, after your first coat is on and dry, you can just go back in real quick and do a second coat, if you want. This is gonna have a quick little black outline. So your edges, like I have a little bit of white showing there. I'm not gonna stress about it too much because I'm gonna be going in with a little bit of black and outlining, and that will cover right up. Okay, I'm just gonna blow it dry quick and I'll give it another coat. Nice and dry. I'm just gonna go back in real quick. Another coat. This goes a lot faster because you just really have to get the spots that look streaky. If you wanted to do another coat of green on your leaf, you could also do that. If you feel like it's a little streaky, any of your colors in any of the paintings, just make sure you let it dry, and you can go back in and give it as many coats as you want. I just wanted that red to be nice and bright, because sometimes when it's streaky, the white of the canvas shows through and it will maybe look a little pink. And I wanted it nice and red. Okay, so now I can do the head, and that is just a little bit of black paint. So just a little black paint. Good enough. And when my red is dry, I can do spots. So I'm gonna just blow it dry to speed it up a little. And I'm gonna just come in with same brush. You could use a smaller one if you like. And I'm just gonna put some polka dots all over his shell, or the wings, or whatever we wanna call these things. His back. And you can do some that maybe go off the edge. So just a little half circle. There's gonna be a black line here where that pencil is. I can still see that. So I kind of want to dodge that so that I can get that line in. And you could do as many of these as you want, whatever size you want. Oh, it's getting big. That's the big one. Oh, I think I could fit one more. Maybe one here. This little guy. And maybe a little guy here. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush. I've got my long, skinny brush. And I'm going to do some outlining. I'm gonna give little legs and little antennas. So I'm gonna just start, I like to thin my paint out just a little when I do line work. So I just dip my brush in water and then stir the water from my brush right into the paint. You don't need a lot. If you get too much and you lift your plate like this and it runs, you've got too much water. So just stir in a little bit more paint and you'll be just fine. So I'm gonna come around my flower. Do the center circle. I'm gonna do the side of the leaf. I'm gonna go all the way around the edges of my leaf. And if you just wanna do short little strokes, sometimes that's easier than trying to do one big long one. And for the antennas, I'm just gonna do, oops, I got the side of the leaf still, don't I? And then the antennas, I'm just gonna do lines out like that. smooth out my glob there. I'm going to switch to a small square brush to do little circles on the ends. But I can do the legs, and I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3 lines out for little legs. I think maybe my square brush would be better. So I have this very small square brush, and if I use it up and down like this, I can get a nice narrow line. So let me clean that up a little. And then this one, 1, 2, 3. And let me get the little circles on the tops of the antennas. Oh, that one got big. It's okay. And we're done. Well, that's cute. I'm just gonna sign my name. Let me just add a little blue into my lighter blue. I have black on my brush too, just because I just use black. And I'll just sign my name right down here. Perfect. When you're finished, please sign your work. The artist should sign their work. You don't have to though, just if you want. Take pictures. I like seeing your finished paintings. I have a post pinned right at the top of my page, Willy-Nilly. You can upload them there and I can check them out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.